Welcome to Financial Snickens, your bite-sized information for entrepreneurs. Welcome to another episode of Financial Snickens. I'm your host, Elisa McCabe, and today we're going to be talking about investing in a high-yield savings account. So the Federal Reserve raised rates to the highest level in more than 2 decades, which is good news for savings accounts. So we're going to take advantage of today's high rates by opening a high yield savings account that is federally insured. So when you go and you start searching for these high yield savings accounts, make sure that they're a member of the FDIC. And don't forget that they are only insured up to $250,000 per account. So investing one of these high yield savings accounts can be a great financial decision for small businesses for a whole bunch of reasons. Couple, safety, security, easy accessibility. These high yield savings accounts are typically offered by very reputable financial institutions, and it's also protected. And they also have convenient banking options. So they have safety because they're insured by the FDIC. They have that security and they're easily accessible. They have online options. You can transfer money to other accounts and you can access statements online. And this level of accessibility can be crucial for day-to-day business operations because you never know when you're going to need that money. And that brings me to point number 2. When you invest in a high yield savings account, you have liquidity. You have those funds available. And for an emergency, there are things that come up that are unexpected. And now you have access to that money, even though it's still earning a lot of interest. You also are getting higher interest rates and low risk. Third point, you could invest your money in the stock market, and that is high risk. But if you invest it in one of these savings accounts, the risk is very low, yet you're still getting a guaranteed return on it. It is really good, and it protects your business capital. Fourth reason for using a high yield savings account. You could have short-term goals and projects that you know you need to put money aside for. This is a great place to hold that capital until you need it. Number 5, they usually have minimal maintenance and very low fees. So a lot of these high yield savings accounts tell you that you only have to deposit a minimum amount. Some of them are $500. Some are as high as $2,500. And they have no maintenance fees on them. So you are gaining every cent of interest and none of it's going to fees. Also, when you do your research for a high yield account, look for accounts that offer a bonus. These are going to be short term. And I just read an article where some banks are going as high as 7%. And at this moment, in the fall of 2023, that's not anywhere that I've seen. But they are saying that they are becoming available and they're for very short periods of time. So keep your eyes out, shop around for the best rate, and make sure to follow these points. Make sure they don't have any fees. Make sure they don't have a minimum balance, or if they do have a minimum balance, or they have a requirement where you have to do a deposit, a direct deposit, that you follow those so you can take full advantage of having a high yield savings account. One caveat to look for, I did see in a high yield savings account that they only paid the interest on the first $500, which I thought was weird. But read the fine print. Make sure you're getting what you're investing for, and good luck. I know you're going to do well. And invest that extra money and don't let it be sitting in your checking account getting next to nothing. All right, if you want to talk more about saving that great capital from your small business, head over to our website, firststepsfinancial.com, and we can chat some more about this.